We're going to have some fun this week on the compliance tip of the day, and we're going to look at how Winnie the Pooh and his friends from the 100-Acre Woods inform your compliance program. Compliance tip of the day. This is the podcast where we bring you daily insights and practical advice on navigating the ever-evolving landscape of compliance requirements. Whether you're a seasoned compliance professional or just starting your journey, my aim in this podcast is to provide you with a bite-sized, actionable tip to help you stay on top of your compliance game. And now I'd like to say a few words about the latest podcast on the Compliance Podcast Network, AI Today in 5 with 5. Thrilled to announce the inaugural episode of my latest podcast series, AI Today in 5. I wanted to do a short, curated set of stories and news stories about AI for the compliance professional and the greater business professional. You can check it out on Megaphone, the Compliance Podcast Network, Spotify, iHeartRadio, or Apple, or wherever great podcasts are listened to. Check out AI Today in 5. Today we look at compliance champions and how a chief compliance officer and compliance function can use them to help expand the influence of your compliance program through the lens of two of my favorite characters, Kanga and Roo. Kanga and Roo are a mother-son kangaroo duo in the 100-Acre Wood. And they are a lot of fun, as you might guess. Kanga is the mother, and she offers advice, sense of humor. And Roo is her cheerful, playful, energetic son who moved to the 100-Acre Woods with them. But I want to use them to talk about how compliance champions can help facilitate compliance. Compliance champions can step in to help employees by providing an individual or even a team with whom they can have confidential conversations and support the compliance function going forward. The use of compliance champions can help in a myriad of ways. Obviously, they provide a reporting channel for the company to learn of issues and systemic problems not raised through other channels. This allows them to be resolved perhaps effectively and even confidentially. A compliance champion can help avoid lots of problems down the road. The process is one of trust creation, which is becoming increasingly important in the corporate world. The process begins when an employee calls the office or goes to see a compliance champion to describe what's going on. If the employee is comfortable, they can then discuss the problem. At times, when an employee just wants information, the compliance champions can provide that. Kanga, of course, is one of the most trusted souls in the 100-Acre Woods, and she could be an ideal compliance champion, an example of a success of a program depending on getting the right person for the right role. A good compliance champion is also a very good listener. That's a key in any compliance program, but it's someone who can listen. As we all know, having a culture of speak up is critical, but more importantly, or equally importantly perhaps, is having a culture of listen up, and a compliance champion can be there to help listen up to an employee and go forward in a way that is not known or is not used by others. Also, a compliance champion needs to have the respect of those and be comfortable to talking to compliance. Understanding corporate culture and who has influence is an important part of any compliance function. So what are the 3 key takeaways for today? Well, number 1, a compliance champion can serve as a knowledgeable sounding board for people experiencing difficulties at work as a supplemental channel for reaching those who have the authority to act. It can also, number 2, be an excellent resource for expanding the compliance function directly to employees. And this, number 3, is, of course, this supplemental channel. Anytime you can have a way for employees to seek and obtain more information, as well as a compliance function that can use that information going forward. The currency of any corporation and any compliance program is information, and a compliance champion can be a part of that system to help garner information going forward. And I'm happy to do for you, the compliance profession, is if you have a question or a series of questions you would like some compliance tips on, I'm happy to take any requests that you might want, certainly anonymize them, and give you a quick tip, either one quick tip or maybe a week's worth of quick tips. So if you have any tips you want about your compliance program, you can shoot me an email at tfox@tfoxlaw.com. This podcast was created and produced